Hello everyone. Today we are going to be looking at an example of a finished poetry analysis project. This is one that I have created to give you an idea of what is expected for the finished product. The first page is just simply a title page. I have the title of my poem, which is Hanging Fire, along with the author Audre Lorde, and whom the presentation is by. My next slide includes a few facts about the author and her work. Notice this is very short. The focus of the project is on the analysis of the poem. However, information about the author can be helpful in analyzing the poem. Therefore, you need to include a few things about the author and then include a link to a webpage that has more information about that person. Notice at the bottom of that page, I have a link to the Poetry Foundation that has a page about Audre Lorde. Next is a link to a website that has a copy of the poem I have chosen. This allows me to keep my slides looking neat and not overcrowded with too many words or too much information. If your poem is very short, feel free to add it to a slide. However, most of your poems will be too long to include on a slide. Inserting a hyperlink allows you to navigate to a web page and read off a stanza or two so that the class will get a feel for your poem and what it is about. Again, notice that I have included a link to the Poetry Foundation, which has a copy of my poem. Check there first for your poems because they do have an extensive list of poems. The next 4 slides include my actual analysis of the poem Hanging Fire. The first device I analyzed was sensuous imagery. The poem I chose included a lot of visual imagery, so I mainly focused on that. Notice that I have included line numbers and short explanations of why those lines are visual images. I have also included an image that will remind me what sensuous imagery is, as well as my audience. On this slide, I have grouped together symbolism and personification. I have examined and determined the meaning of the title. I have included a brief explanation of what the title symbolizes. There is one instance of personification in the poem. I included the line number and explained the use of personification. I have also included in the corner a little poster about what personification is, just to remind me and my audience. Tone and mood are together on my next slide. These poetry terms are often used interchangeably, so I have included a graphic, which helps to explain the difference. Underneath that graphic is a concise explanation of some of the tones and moods throughout the poem. I have included some animation in this slide and the next one, but I have kept it relatively simple as not to distract from what is really important here, which is the information I am providing. You are welcome to enhance your slides with animation, but keep it simple. Analysis of the theme or message must be included in your presentation. Much like the last slide, I have included a graphic that reminds my audience what theme is. There were 2 possible themes for my poem, so I have included both. Try to make this as brief as possible. However, I know some poems' themes can be very complex. Try to shorten it to the best of your ability. The last slide you need to include is a credits page. This will be any website you used for your author facts and extended biography, as well as where you got your graphics from. Let's review real quick what needs to be included in your presentation. First needs to be the title of your poem that you chose and the author. There needs to be a picture of the author and a short fact section about the author, along with a link to an extended bio. There also needs to be a link to your poem so that we can see it and you can read a short section of it. Then you need to have 3 devices or terms of your choice that you analyzed. For example, I chose sensuous imagery, symbolism and personification, and tone and mood. Next, you will have a theme analysis and explanation, and again, this is one that every single person needs to have in their presentation. You also need to have references to the poem to support your analysis, and images and graphics that relate to your poem. Lastly is a credits and citation page of where you got your author bio, your pictures, and any other information you used. You will receive a handout with this information and directions. You can use that to check off what you need to include and stay organized. Good luck, everyone, and I can't wait to see your projects.